Hi, I'm Claire, and today I'll be going through 3 simple custom bids to spice up your builds. Okay, so for today we have 3 designs that we want to go through. The first one being the one that I took inspiration from my mansion back in Leighton Villa. I think that's what I called it. Then the second one being a floating bed, and yes, it genuinely looks floating. Trust me, when you walk up to it, it is. There you go, it's floating. So floating bed. And then after that we have kind of like a hippie style bed. Not really sure how to describe it. Anyway, these are the 3 beds we're gonna do, so let's get into it. Just FYI, some of the keybinds that I use are on screen here. Some of the Game Pass requirements are, well, the only Game Pass requirement is advanced placement. So over here we have my first room that I designed for the very first bed. You need 3 different things: the convex straight shape, the regular cube shape, and a bed. Anyway, so we'll start the convex shape. Go into medium grid first and place one down here. Then you want to resize it. To make this. Okay, firstly, I realized that. Can you see that little number next to the? There should be a little number next to the price, and that's gonna tell how wide it is. So the first part is, firstly we're gonna make the very back board. So back in the preview picture there are 3 layers that I did in my final design. So we'll start at the very back. It's quite thick. So this one happens to be 8.6 wide, so around 8.6. That will be right here. And then it is 5.5 tall. Oh, and you might want to make this slightly smaller, like that looks pretty good. Okay, then you want to copy it and paste it on the other side. So the middle point should touch each other in the middle line or where your bed's gonna go. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the second layer of like cushions. So this one, again, same thing. You're using a convex straight, so I'm just gonna copy this for ease. Then you want to size it down, and oh, by the way, you want to make this piece super flat. Only the very end one over here should be thick. So this one should be, how many tall? 4.45 tall, 4.45, then 3.5 wide. So this is where you bring the cube in, make it super flat all the way like that. Then for now, just pull it out a little bit like that first, and you can make the height should be the same as the other one, which is 4.45. Then you take this, color it, and take this. Wait, there we go. And make sure everything's aligned. Okay, so once we've done that, there's one more board we have to do, which is the third piece. This one you want to bring out another piece again like this. There. And then this time it is going to be 2 wide and 3.55 tall. So now that we've got the backboard, all you need to do now is place down the bed, which is over here. You want to plop it down. Like, you can either put it recessed into the wall so that it's seamless, or you put it out like this. essentially what will happen is you might see a little bit of a gap here, but if you're okay with that, then that's fine. So once you're done with that, you want to color the bed. You don't need to care about this last color here. This last color here changes the color of the legs for the bed, which will be covered anyway, so don't worry about that. So then you grab basic shapes, you want to go down to cube again, and now we are going to make the bottom part of the bed. So at the foot over here, we will do, how wide? 1.25 wide. And there we go. That is the bed. It's very simple, it's got a retro vibe, and yeah. So I just created a little bedroom here to show an example of what it could look like in a room. And honestly, I am quite digging this look. Oh, and just FYI, how I made the side table in the first one over here was just resizing a beveled vertical cylinder, coloring it, and then just resizing it to my liking. And that's how I made these funky looking side tables. Over here, this board, I used all green, but what you could try doing is using a little bit of a pink accent inside, which does change it up a little bit. See what you're into. This is what I did. Yeah. Moving on now, we have the custom platform bed. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So what you're gonna need is basic shapes. I'll teach how to make the side bed as well, since this part's custom. Okay, so first you want to start off with a basic cube. It can be the cheapest one, it's fine. No one's gonna see it. Pop it right down in the middle where your bed's gonna go. So in my case, my bed's gonna go here. This cube needs to be 1.65 tall, so 1.65 right there. Then you're gonna grab another cube and place that one on top. And this time you're just gonna flatten the cube all the way and pull it out until it hits there. And then pull it out this way. So this part, the left to right part, should be 13.7. Like that. Then up to down should be 11.2. Then you're just going to move it around until it fits in your room. Yep, so when you're happy with where the platform is, next you want to grab under structural, you are going to get a wooden plank, vertical wooden plank by the way, not the horizontal, you want a vertical plank. Change the placement to custom placement, which you can use T to change mode. And then you're going to place it along the area. So usually I like to do this with big grid. It's easier to see because the bubble thing that you use is bigger. Then you're going to color it all in. You want to get beds, and you want to use the sleeping bag and put them side by side like this. You might want to make them touch on top like this. You might want to make them touch the head of the bed. It's up to you, personal preference. I quite like having it in the middle because we're going to put a board on top that acts as a headboard. So for now we have this, and then we're going to color it in. So once when the beds are colored, you'll have something like this. Now you want to grab the same vertical plank and change it to custom placement as well. Change your grid placement to medium and go slightly above the bed, kind of like here. And then to make the custom board, the custom bedside table, you want to go back to structural, and this time you want to grab a horizontal plank. change it to custom placement. This one you would definitely want it to be small, and you want it to just be kind of next to the bed like that. And I left it like this, but you're free to go a second time. Like if you feel that you want it to be wider, you could do that, but I'm not a fan. And you want to grab the vertical plank, go back, small grid, and place it down. Like, wait, this part's a little tricky because I've got a wall here, like that. So now you've got a little bedside table as well. Then finally, just to make things look cute, I added that plant on the bedside table here. And what I did was I just placed them together like this. Right? Like that. And there you have it. Platform bed. Super simple, cool, and when you stand next to it, it genuinely floats. Like, have a look. Ta-da! It's floating. The only thing is that you can see the cube from like the floor, but from here it looks like it's floating. And to give the effect one step further, what I would do is add some lights underneath it. So go into the basement if you have the pass. It makes it slightly easier so that you can go straight down to the floor. Like if you don't have it, it's fine. So just stay on first floor and zoom like down as much as possible. I'm gonna go to lights, lighting. Grab a horizontal neon light. I prefer to go into the basement with the roof on, then I can get up close. And if you don't want the cube down like below the bed to be as obvious, you can opt for a clear one. It's just I'm kind of lazy. So I'd probably just blend it in with the wall like that and call it a day, because no one's going to look below your bed. But yeah, you could also make the cube below the bed skinny, or like, skinny and transparent. That will work really well. It's just, to me, there's no point. So that is the platform bed. Pretty simple, pretty cool. In this scenario, I kind of made it look a little bit more modern, just to show how I would use it, I'd say. Could imagine like a beach outside or something. It would look quite pretty. Final bedroom is the simplest bedroom. This bed design was taken from my old house in my Leighton Villa. This one had what I call the Japanesey minimalist vibe. This one, I think out of all three designs, is like the easiest one to do. So first, what you want to do is go down to basic shapes, grab yourself a beveled horizontal cylinder, and then place it down where you want to. So in this case, it'll go here. This is going to be the headboard. I know it's kind of shocking to look at that and go, yeah, that's the headboard. And the headboard is going to be 3.75, like in terms of size. 3.75. And then in terms of width, it will be, or length, it will be 12. Then you want to grab another beveled cylinder, put it on top. And this one will be slightly smaller. So, wait, I don't want to color it. There we go. You want to make it the same length. Like that. But this time, leave it a little bit smaller. So the size it is currently at is fine now to me. So I didn't have to change the size, I just changed the width to match the bottom one. And then you want to take this, zoom out a little bit, might make it easier to see. And you might want to just push it back a notch, like that. So when you look at it from the side, like that. So when you look at it from the side, let me just cross this out so you can see clearly. When you look at it from the side, you can see that the bottom piece kind of juts out a little bit more than the top piece. Anyway, yes, so that's that. Then you want to grab the beds. Out of all of them, you want to do a standard double bed or like a standard bed. Put it in. I quite like it when it's inside the bed a little bit, the headboard a little bit, like that. And then like the first bed we did, it's the same concept. Under basic shapes, you want to grab yourself a cube, pop it down, resize it, which actually the measurements don't exactly matter. It's more of how you feel when you do it, like what are the feelings you get from it. Is it too big, too small, and just adjust accordingly. I mean, there's nothing really else I can say. And then color it. And yeah, that's this room. Just to give this room a little bit more happiness. I'm gonna put some pipes. Yeah, so this is, oops. So this is the third room. Now I'm just gonna walk around and show you guys how it works. Yeah, so I hope this video is useful for anyone who wants to make custom beds. My advice to you, if these designs are not your forte, is just scroll through Pinterest, look through things and see if you like it. And in the event you find something that you like, just break it down to basic shapes. Look around Bloxburg and get creative. Yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I would encourage you to join my Discord and subscribe to me. Yeah. Okay, bye.